يوم القيامة إنك لا تفلح الميعاد ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله رب العالمين آمين.
Amen. Shukran, Imam Jalal. Bishop, you have the floor, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Lord God of power and might, the most gracious, the most merciful, we call upon your divine mercy and your divine goodness, your divine forgiveness over all humankind throughout the whole face of the globe. And we continue to bring the witnesses that will appear before the TRRC today. We ask, Lord, that you shall grant each and every one of them the boldness to come and speak the truth, and grant the commission the discerning spirit to discern between truth and falsehood. And we also commit the population and all those that are in the diaspora and the international community, that you grant them the patience to allow the due process to take its proper course, and you being the one who avenge all cases will bring justice to each and everyone in due time. This we ask through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, Bishop Odiko. Council, I believe.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum mbokk yi man la seen xarit Seynabou Diagne te tey suñ coffee with bi dañ leen amal special guest moom
I, BABOUCAR JATTA.
I, BABOUCAR.
Help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See. Good morning, Mr. Jatta.
Good morning, Lead Council.
Welcome back to the TRRC.
Well,
Good. The first was a disaster.
Okay.
The second was better. I hope this one would be excellent.
I should think so.
Good. Exercise the greatest discipline and answer questions asked.
Okay.
And do not go on a frolic and answer your own questions.
All right.
Mr. Jatta, since your last appearance here, in which local language would you prefer your testimony to be interpreted into?
That's your choice.
No, the choice is yours. It's your testimony.
Okay. Let's go by Mandinka.
Perfect. Mandinka it would be. The Mandinka vote, are you ready? Yes. Mr. Jatta, you know the protocol.
Okay.
It is an offense to lie on the oath.
Ye tamandir bulol nying jang TRRC ja yalo ne wala nyindi ko tumala men e kalota yana na kumos fo me alon ko kuma soto balole mulwa tinyaldi hanin kabi o nyakin o nyama fana yana na kalota yana na kuma soto balo fo TRRC nyati no jang TRRC la lual ko to mulwa tinyaldi.
I don't understand.
You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Or to a Safal for that matter. Well, you weren't talking to a Safal.
You were talking to the Commission, the Truth and Reconciliation Commission of the Republic of the Gambia. I hope you understand that.
Yes.
And it cannot be worn as a badge of honor that you did not provide the full information to the Commission. Do you understand that, Mr. Jatta?
I do.
Do you understand that? Could you?
If you stop me at some level, I may be obliged to go down. It may be a long talk, but well.
Mr. Jatta, this is not about giving you opportunity. No, I did not say Tilimbaliya. I did not say that. I said you deliberately withheld.
Very sorry. Beginning is always difficult, you know.
Mr. Jatta, that was your second trip to the Commission.
Mr. Jatta,
and the thing is, Mr. Jatta, you have occupied very senior positions in this country in the past. It is very disappointing that a person of your stature to have occupied such positions would pride himself for misleading the Commission. Let's hope that would not happen this time around. Could you answer now, please? You have given an undertaking, it would not happen.
No.
Thank you very much. Mr. Jatta, could you confirm your names again for the record?
I am retired Colonel BABOUCAR JATTA.
Retired Colonel BABOUCAR JATTA.
Date and place of birth?
I was born in December 26, 1960.
December 1960.
In Tujaren.
2004.
And you were later appointed as Minister for the Interior.
November 2006.
And during that period, you were what?
Secretary of State for the Interior.
Can you tell us what that job entailed?
For the services under command.
That's
the police.
Police.
Immigration.
And
The prisons.
And in addition, you are responsible for maintenance of peace.
Yes, law
and order in charge of internal security.
Yes.
The army is. You agree? Can you tell us, in July 2005, you were the Minister or Secretary of State for the Interior?
Yes, yes, yes.
And do you recall the
2005
Yes.
Mr. Paul?
All right.
Good. So could you tell us what happened on that day? The events starting from the evening of July 22nd.
Are we going to talk about the festivity first? At the July 22nd, not so.
Where was it held?
Then July 22nd Square.
July 22nd
Otherwise known as?
Makati Square.
You have to wait for the interpretation before you answer. Okay. And you are being showed on TV. So if you answer out of turn, the cameras would not have picked you up answering.
Oh, okay.
Please, proceed.
Now it's Market Square.
Sai kafuje na Makati Square.
Proceed.
We had this festivity.
Na nyinyi bego soto je suto kono.
That in which date did it take place? What
Min jumalam ñing bew ñing keta.
Was it the day after?
The evidence we have is that July 22nd was officially celebrated in the morning, and in the evening there was a musical jamboree.
Kibaro mesro jambate nga sedandro mesro wala July 22nd wato do ika bengo ñinda muta somandala ay nana tendam fo wularan dingola.
Yes, please. Then it must be on July 22nd.
Wata kata July karotil mo nim fulole.
We were at the Market Square.
Mbe Makati Square.
And seated on the VIP.
Mbe siring Alpha Balu Sidulato.
Who do you remember to be seated at the VIP?
Yakle jumal ma me alon ko wolbe siring Alpha Balu Sidulato.
We have ministers.
Minister Lubije.
Diplomats.
Wala Alpha Lumen be siri la bankol lindo ku bunda li jang.
Service chiefs.
Anin kantonin tankada bunda nyaton kolu.
Except one.
For killing wala mamabe.
Who was not there?
Daba Marena.
Daba Marena wala tijenu.
The IGP was there.
IGP beje.
The CDS was there.
CDS beje.
And the president.
Ukola president fanam beje.
Mr. Witness.
Sedo.
We were given to understand that Daba Marena was there.
Yang kalam rende ñin nela ko lu ñin Daba Marena abenu njele.
Atije. He was not there.
Mantaraje atije.
Look, we are looking for the video. We are looking for the video. We still could not find it. Any members of the public who has this video, please send it to the TRRC.
Video nyimba nyini kan hanin kabi bar maje no follow bari hanin kam be jama rahmano dani la momo yalan ko nyim video soro e TRRC de ma ngasoro.
So from the video I believe we'd be able to see who was there.
Video nyingo soro mbulo kono dong.
So you said all the service chiefs were there except Daba Marena.
Iko tanko bunda nyaron kol be benu jening am manke Daba Marena ti.
The evidence I receive is all of them were there except for Langtombong Tamba.
Na sedandro men soro jang komandor wala nyindi ko tanko bunda nyaron kol be benu jeda ning amanke Langtombong Tamba do ronel mod menten nje.
It could be.
Asekeno.
Those on my side whom I was talking to.
Remenu bentela Carola nummenu kadiamu nyoye num.
They were all seated on my right.
Ulubebe siri nte buluba Carola.
I could distinctly identify
Si be bono nyoto ay serea. IGP BJ.
The CDS.
And CDS.
Could be seated at any other place.
Asisino dula do fanantole.
And you did not see him?
Yes.
Waray maje.
You did not pay much attention to him?
Warando me hakilo fanan tuato.
No.
Would it be abnormal that, at least on the basis of what used to obtain that time, would it be abnormal that the NIA boss would not be there?
Fo mukulen me alon ko amanke dalina koti nyimbenzi vabe caring NIA la nyaron ko ma be baliaji.
You should be there.
Anyanda tarajele.
Maybe depending on the sitting plan.
Asikelo sinyalu fanan fero lata nyami.
He may be seated at elsewhere.
Asisino dula doto.
Yes.
Those service chiefs
Tanko bunda nyaron ko
are answerable to you.
Ibe mo molen me alon ko ye dan ko telema.
Except Daba Marena.
Na foni amanke Daba Marena ti.
And the CDS.
And CDS.
And the CDS, yes.
And CDS wala msojaro la nyaron.
That's right. Okay. So who else was present?
Mala fana be ma be nje ko tanke.
Those are the few I can remember.
How about dignitaries?
Lundan ko ma do ko tangol du.
I saw them seated, but
they were seated
at the back.
How about the dignitaries in front?
The front line were ministers.
And?
Secretary General.
Ministers?
Secretaries, then they were called secretaries of state.
Okay.
Then they were called secretaries.
Minister Utumo Kafoy, secretaries of Palaso Lefoy, member Menkuna Yola, secretary of this and this, commanding Wolera.
And?
Well, I cannot remember vividly.
You even forgot the president?
I said he came in later. Sorry, he came in later.
Follow Nungako Anatanung at Alabantanala.
Okay. So, and tell us what happened. What was that festivity about? What were they doing?
We were celebrating July 22nd.
July Karotilmu and Funole Jurakan.
Quite different from the March Pass, the parade in the morning.
Mending March Pass on Fatata, Willem Somanda, Canton in Tankada, do Kulalu, Ikaw Macho Menke by a new Fatale.
In the evening, we have the cultural troops.
That
is the dancing and the drumming.
Dancing, yeah, for sure.
Well, those days, music and dance prevailed in excess. True or false?
It's true.
It's your statement.
Tonyala, Wotulula, Tantankoso, Nindongo, Asembo, Tonyala.
Okay. So, and then what happened in that evening?
After midnight,
bring Talantan Flatambita, or bring Brutala Tambita.
The IGP came to me,
IGP Natantekang,
kneel down,
and you Taluma.
He told me that
the IGP?
IGP, the police were
Usman Sonko.
Usman Sonko.
Usman Sonko, let's try to know who this person is.
Usman Sonko married.
He was a soldier.
Soldier role Martinum.
He attained the rank of major.
That a fact of major tea.
Commissioned, what kind of commission?
This commission need to be regularized because we have 3 categories of commission.
La commission makamu o nyanta londilale nung ay saha katu nyimukulet me ya lonko ay sartol lesot.
That is
That's
okay.
what we
The
call
commission
one
board.
is called, the first one is regular commission.
That's the
Follow
commission
ka
board.
follow regular commission
For officers.
That is the commission board, right? You go through the board for selection to become a commission, the commission officer. Then the quartermaster.
Then you have the quartermaster commission.
But in Gambia we had a third one. Here we had a political or presidential commission.
It's all over the world. Quartermaster commission.
Quartermaster commission.
Sometimes you have people at specific areas.
They used to be NCOs, non-commissioned officers. NCO letinung ikahomene non-commissioned officers. Abumenta nyaton ko lembari mang idundi commission ko follow.
They rise through the ranks.
Isila palaso isila faye selesanto
till they hit RSM or sergeant major sometimes.
And for nifrata RSM palaso to walla sergeant major patumodolu.
W01 or W02?
Double award. On the infantry side, we said RSM or sergeant major.
Many alonko ibe sinna sojaro la karola ka folle RSM wala sergeant major.
But any other position, you are called a warrant officer class 1.
That in the commission, we understand all that.
Some of them will be so good at specific areas. Upgrade them to second lieutenants.
Lieutenant second lieutenant.
If the person is W02, then the commission should be lieutenant. Correct?
If they were sergeant and they have also capacitized themselves,
they still
remain in that position, you can give them quartermaster commission.
Quartermaster commission
Good. Then we come to short service commission. Yes.
Ha. Wala minti quartermaster commission we bugata mi major la. Sedo ko ha. Ha.
Was that observed in Gambia?
I observed that.
I'm saying during Yaya Jammeh's time, was that observed?
Nko Yaya Jammeh la watu. Isaja samu amaro ke amari ke Lieutenant Colonel.
It was serious.
Ha, wode omoku sobe omoku.
You have lieutenant colonels, quartermaster commission commanding units.
Quartermaster commission will sort of family ka bundalu nyaton kaya.
The rule is court.
Na mensike nyaton kaya kamati.
You people here were just doing what you wanted.
True or false?
Coming, true or false? It's false. Sorry, true. I am still coming. We don't finish the commission yet.
The rules were not being respected. You have a lot of quartermaster commissions now that are now general.
Quartermaster commission Jamal Beje Mialon ko sainteng general already.
In those professions like lawyers, engineers, despite doctors, despite being called short service.
Melu be ko lawyer lu doctor lu engineer lu.
The command, the honors goes to the regular
Lieutenant Colonel.
Ani wol fangol
Can go beyond Lieutenant Colonel.
Yes, else they will quit.
Is it Tambi, Lieutenant Colonel?
They can become generals.
You can be general, but you will never command.
Is it a general oti bari te kantianola? Commission wonu ikada muta wato la nin imari be funding ke yaring kabo sa jitani sa kaselewe santo.
Others may be allowed up.
Say ngatela nyinin karot.
So,
I'm talking about the quartermaster commission commanding.
Quartermaster commission continue. In 1994 coup d'etat botala.
These were the ones they promoted to second lieutenants.
Yo wala moluti menu la polaso la fa ke second lieutenant ika idabul kulu to nyaming.
For what?
For participating in the coup.
Uru ye imabeta coup d'etat nyin kono nyami ye dabula je.
So this was a reward.
Yes.
Amunda nyimuji sinyabur langol.
So that included the landing sanes and others.
Yes.
Amunda be kono landing sane anadu nyolti.
So what kind of commission would you call that?
Political commission.
Well, political commission.
Are they sanctioned by the laws of this country?
Oh, loi somebody told la bampur ke ol sifal sabatindi bang.
They should be sanctioned, but the man
are they allowed by the laws of this country? Are they, so they are unlawful?
Ramunda luanta yala wo makama sifal.
Practically.
Alanya la Carola, luanta yalo.
And it prevailed in excess. I have heard your interview where you said people were.
Ko dolula makamulu lafa hani balabo nyoto fea la Carola ke bulumaji ke fa wulindi tubabol ka ko push up ni o talulu ke no sila pala so lafa sedo ko bele ko landin sane nyolu.
In the latter days of Jame, big massive promotions of soldiers to very, very high positions in one swoop.
The reason being, large number of the senior officers were retired.
But I asked this question to General Tamba. Do you think that our army is able, under its current structure, to accommodate lieutenant generals?
Chief of Staff,
Colonel.
Palasola.
The last rank in the army was Brigadier General. I should have that Brigadier General.
This is not about you. Let's come to the situation
yes.
as
I am
today.
coming. I'm coming. I like to take a matters. When I gave my back, all these generals' ranks started emerging.
General Palasola beda mutataka finti.
But honestly speaking, sincerely, at my time
even Major General
yes,
is too high.
Yes,
Major
General. The last rank was Brigadier General.
Brigadier General.
At the time of leaving the armed forces, I had only 2,800 men.
How many?
2,800.
Under 3 battalions.
Yeah, we're just holding it there.
And you have the ranks.
Yeah, because we need to control the army. You see, the army, one of the conditions for establishing the armed forces was to have an armed forces that will not infringe on the economy.
Na dalilo pour ka sojar bunda londe fon wala nyindi ka sojar bunda soto me ya lonko ila dunote la na tambila na bankola fanko.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You are a massive drain. Is that not true?
By the way, I should be at the defense policy this morning. My target will be peg that army.
Beg your pardon?
They need to peg the army.
The
But you know, honestly, there was some elements of control. I would have gone to the German and said, look, it's high time you promote me. You cannot keep me as a colonel for 7 years.
dula soton tan me yalon ko maralo nyanta sobe yala no kadu watina to so nyanta tal no ngafo en gonko sain alin makamo lafa kono makamo.
Permanent secretaries have been there for 15 years as permanent secretaries. Secretaries have been there for 15 years.
We don't know about them.
So my friend, there may be a limit beyond which you do not go.
Kanyan bulanyanta sotolale alimanyan tambila da sabo men labanta kala je janninganda ha yen palaso la fa yen ke brigadier general.
That was not regularized, was it?
It was gazetted.
Ya safe kitabo bala menka kitabu menka kibaro lu samba.
Did you wear the rank?
No.
Rank kwenye sakile ba.
Hani mama kamo dunde kadu yambaile.
That leaves a bitter taste in your mouth.
No. If it's rank, I'm not interested.
You look, if you're a general, you retired as a colonel. That yes. you just touched the sky, but they didn't allow you.
No.
Yes, because they smell general, but they never taste it.
But mark you, Brigadier General and a Colonel are all brigade commanders.
Brigadier General and Colonel will be cantina to call it.
Yes, but if you are general,
precedence over rank. Even if a couple is to be the serious, he retires whatever the general goes with.
Hanatra Kupro Natake CD.
Was never paid Brigadier General.
In a manjo Brigadier General Palaso.
Are you still paid your colonel salary?
No.
Mr. Jatta, would you agree that the rank structure of the army needs reform?
Mr. Jatta, ebe son namanyin nalako sojar kundaro ila makamol nyembelari nyame nga jarta kuru prumo ya londiku.
It's not who has the authority to do it. The question is whether you, Baboucar Jatta, former CDS, former Minister of Interior, you all right, and what would amount to collateral damage in this situation?
For that level, next month you tell me take a step back. Inconsistency in decision making.
So compensation, I am sure that can do magic. But let's move on to July 22nd.
July 22nd, July karo til mondim fula.
So you saw all these people there and the president came later.
IGP, Usman Sonko.
Usman Nataya, the IGP.
He told me that they've arrested some people at Bara.
I knew for Mutabara
by the police.
Police only Muda.
Said, I hope these are not migrants.
Who
did you say that to?
IGP Usman Sonko.
IGP Usman Sonko ngafole.
Because as usual, that's always the case.
So
I told him that I hope the president is aware with these festivities, we need to inform him. He said, you informed him, go and inform him. So I went down we got some people, the police are
who asked you to ask who to inform who?
I told the IGP, I hope the president is aware. He said, you can inform him.
IGP
before they may think otherwise. I told the president.
So you went to the president?
Yes, I went and kneeled under the president and told him. We have some people, there's some arrest by the police of some. With boats. But from the IGP, some of them are scattered, so they're looking for them.
Did you give him any further information?
He said, okay.
Did you tell him that you believe these people were migrants?
We were waiting for the police to come and report, but unbeknown to me,
ndelbe pal police la kibaro le batuka ni membina la bari yara ntamambo men kalama
through the testimony of Usman Jallo here.
Usman Jallo la sede yaro kono jang.
By the time I was talking to the president,
Wato mentebe diamo kam president way.
people were almost at the Navy.
Waya tara yara nyimmolu natile hanfon na bala sojaro la kordato.
That was less information.
Wo kibar doyandoldi.
Yes, but what we want to know is...
That's all. I do not say whether they are migrants and so on.
Ani olem bari mafa fo wuda ilalle wala tamalalle
Because
mu
the IGP did not tell me that these are migrants when I questioned him.
Kato IGP ma fanyen ko wuda ilalle bringa nyininka.
He said they are being arrested.
Ako ibe mutakanne.
I said, okay.
Nko okay.
I told him that this could be migrants, and the normal procedure is...
What did he say to that?
Birika nko asike nyilmu wuda ilalle IGP.
He said it could be.
We have received information that Sonko himself also went and kneeled down before the president and gave him a briefing.
Nga kibaro soro janko Sonko atafanan kita molde me yalan ko awulita sidula dole atata nyoita president ko to ayo kibar kilo nyin fae.
This is why I was telling you that they gave me late information.
Wala nambe nyin fo kan janko ya kibar tardere wala dintela. Ya dukundile.
No wonder when I talked to the president.
Wala ya kendi birindi amuta president wae.
He said, okay, I know.
Ako ha ngalon.
I think if we were there, or it could be before that.
Ako limba nyama ngamira asekeno hani janingo.
Our line of communication should not be breached.
Na kango nyan tabula la nyono ma imanyan na kango la silo tinyala.
You are the Minister for Interior.
Tell Minister the member banko kono kunya la watola.
The briefing you received.
Ye kibaro men soro.
Did they give you a description of the possessions of these people when they were arrested?
Nyimol me yalan ko ye muta. Fo kabiri ba sa tele ya fo namba ye muta nyame ba mu fensifa le be bulu ban fo ye o fo namba.
First of all, let me clarify one thing here.
Follow mbarwa kukilin sena yandi jang.
When the IGP talked to me,
bring IGP dia matante.
Knowing fully well at Bara we have the NDEA.
Ngani lonko Bara na NDEA doku labi je immigration la mulu bije.
I said, hence we can form a team.
Nko ha nsi kafunyolo kenole
trying to apprehend them.
Nsi nyoma koi purka kata kanyilu muta.
But he did not give me any clue as to what happened. But he told me that they had only bags. No, that was immigration the following day.
Bari ate man kuma fonte mensi kulu bondinte bari kakumolu fonye menu bebulu ayo fonye woso mole. Musambub
called me.
Ole nkumandi
tell me that these are in possession of just bags. I think these traveling bags they have.
Akonyilunga menu jebulu wala mnyin tamaran sakosolu drone bebulu.
That's all they have. And I said, you know that these are migrants. He said yes.
While you were at McCarthy Square, July 22nd Square,
July 22nd Square,
did you receive any information suggesting that these people were a threat to the security of this country?
Foye kibar soto jeto le bang kaita foye kaita ndila ko nyimol me alon ko ye mudateng nyimumol le men ya lon ko maslan la lem banko la tanko ni tanka da bundaro na banko kanjang.
No,
honey.
If they were a threat,
natara silan bunda lemu wala silanya lemu ila koti.
Because we have discussed that. They would have been carrying some symbols of unity among themselves.
Some symbols of?
Mercenaries, as I had on the commission here. They would have prepared themselves mentally to fight. They were 44 plus.
67.
Oh, it has gone up now.
Well, that is what it was.
And by virtue of their size,
andung ila yiriko kanyanta memma
They could have overpowered the station at Bara.
isi wo police korda wala kanta korda isi yolu mole ni boy tawlu kambara.
But when they went to arrest them, they accepted and they came.
Bira bari bari tate muta ibe son tale ye nati
So the stations.
ye nati station on toje.
I think that if I were here to fight, at least I would have carried a hidden weapon.
Namira nintana takana kelo kedulato woto jora wonyanta tarla mbulle mbeme mabola mfambala.
And those who went to arrest them were not armed.
Such as?
Pistols.
Menu beko kidindingulu adum menu tate muta ul famal ni jora mante kama.
They went there as police, immigration, maybe NDA.
Itata jele
To
ko
follow them.
del mu police solita ning immigration ning NDA do kulalu adu itel tata menu muta ul sonta kabule
They
no
accepted to narrate their ordeal.
andu sonta le pour que la ko sata woliye.
In fact, you are saying that the circumstances of their arrest and the way they and manner they carried themselves eliminates every reasonable possibility to suggest that these were anything other than migrants.
What we have analyzed in the
taman sero re mem fabiri tara nyinu no kan ila al halo ani ila kalandiro ila kalanya be nyame wodro ya itandile ko nyumu model me alon ko manna hani kula ka ku ke jam yalon ko be masna din la banko ka nyimu tamala kensa on le
Ndel famal yo crossiro kede.
When did you make these observations?
wata jumala te nyin korosiro ke
The following day when I was talking to him.
Asamo birmediam kambubi.
But at least while you people were all in the VIP section of the July 22nd square, you had no reason to believe that these people were a threat to the security of the state.
wato men dal be julata sa kon mo bunya balle ngol la disid la do dingira nyinto ko alma hani dalila kilin so dal be lala men ka ko nyimmolu molle me alon ko e silan molle pour banko la tankor ko.
If there was any proof of threat,
Ninga atra silandir kubiji.
the IGP,
IGP,
the CDS,
nin CDS,
maybe with the DGNI,
nin DG member NIA.
cannot be part of us. There should be BC.
On manya na tarlantul kono je wuli nyanta tarla sobe yarin do ko la karolla.
Okay, let's even take it for granted.
Okay.
Yaya Jammeh is a retired colonel of the Gambia Armed Forces, correct?
Lenga kota tan Yaya Jammeh mo molde me alon ko ay fonyo sojar kunda do ni makamo men wala retired colonel.
Correct?
Yes, please.
Ha walem.
You are also a retired colonel.
And we defana mu retired colonel di sojar kunda do be be fonyo la.
Yes.
And the IGP was also a retired officer of the Gambia Armed Forces.
No sojar IGP fana mem police la nyaron
IGP otembo amanke ko ay da do ko la de ba amunta la do ko ye wala falin kabo karadola ya saundi kata karadola.
Let's agree he was a commissioned officer of the Gambia Armed Forces.
ben kanto ko amu commission do kula di Gambia Armed Forces.
Me commission makamo
Me
soto.
commission makamo soto.
Ha.
There was also Navy Captain Asansar in your midst,
No
correct?
alkono je fana navy ba kono sojarol la nyaron ko do fana beje ka fme Asansar.
And there
Ko man du jam
was
fana
RNG.
duru jam fana beje me alon ko ada fana mu commandal de Republican National Guard.
Correct?
Yes.
Onya
Ha.
And all of you
dungal be
have knowledge
ale londo soto.
of how to deal with captured enemies.
Mol me alon ko al sobitelo ko nyumu jawol le di be mo la ko ibalbe marala nyame albe londo soto wotole.
Correct?
To nya fo fania.
Guys, what are you?
We all know that these were not enemies of the state.
Be nga ñi lonne ko ñimmol mu molle men
Jawol lem kelelalu.
But even if we assume the worst scenario,
hanna dra nga ñi mirala ko kuma ko ñindro misalo fe
that these were enemy combatants,
ñimmu jawolle de kelola karola
they
Oh, sorry.
proceed.
Let me rectify this. You see,
Ambar ngoto senandi.
in every order,
Dinkira bije ka home administrative instructions wala do ko sambanya.
we have the acronym
Nga nying ko kango soto je
called DWAM.
ka fome diwam.
One, D stand for dress,
Di wala
A ammunition,
wala kesolu. Kidi
R
kesolu. R
ration,
wolem ila balurang
M, medical,
M ila jaral langulu
P, prisoners of war,
P wolem ni mennu mutakelo kono
T, transport.
T wolem ila tamarangulu
Most tell these soldiers what they have to do.
ifoya fu sojaru le nyili la karola menyanta kala
If they breach any one of them,
ni kanwo kanti nyanyilu kono
and nothing is done about it,
adum kumanke ato
you the commander, you are responsible.
iteme moy la kunton koti woto addo ko dumo be lale
That was why, sorry, just a minute. That was why
wala ya kendi
you saw Mbalo and others alive.
ye mbalo ni dolu je e balurino
I would have just finished them. In the
mbe turubannal nun dorong
but no.
bari hani
Well, the question is whether you were there, but we would come to that.
Okay.
Mbinawara nyini ngaro me wala nyini fo ibenu njele bari mbinawara.
Allahu Akbar. But you've talked about the P in the Diwam. And for these so-called prisoners of war, let's just assume these were enemy combatants. We know that there was no armed conflict in Gambia. We know that there were no gunshots fired in Gambia, except for one by the police. So there is no armed conflict whatsoever. But assuming that these were enemy combatants, right, who are captured and are now prisoners, what does the law say about how these people should be treated?
Silanga misalo ta ning ayatara nyimol mo molder me alonko inata kelol la jang anu ye muta silang luwa e muna fo wala ko to ibe mara ila ko mara la nyamen ka sutiyande
Treat them humanely.
nyante mutalale ko nyanta hadamade mutopoto la nyami
Give them medical access.
ye jara rosino dayele ye
They should also cooperate by giving you their addresses.
andu fanal nyanta sonole ke taradulalu foyte mariye
Make sure that nothing happens to them.
dundu nyanta jara ku kana kela
Nothing happens to them.
nune ba o kuma ka nune ba
wala nyinti ku manyan na kelela
Should this have been known to Jame?
ko nyin kol be mu kuler me alonko ya
jamme bota kala
bor abora kala mala ba
Yes, for sure, he knows about it in the army.
tonya ya lonne sojariya la karola ya long
Obviously, this is known to you.
amunda ite fanan kuler me
Learn about
alonko
it in the
asene ate ya
It was
ye nyin karanne sojariya bundala
all of you, all
Albe.
of those service chiefs you listed knew this.
nyin sojare kunda nyaton kol be yemel be to fajay be nyin tamon burol ya lonne
ha
What happened the next day?
mune nata nake o samo
No. After a while, during that, when Jame was informed, what happened?
ani silanga mbor ngamuru ko ma do mandim mune nata nake o wata sutun ko la biri jamme kala mutandi
I think this should not be Jammeh's problem. This should be our problems at the technical level.
ngamira nyimanya na kala jamme la kole ya koti nyanta kala ntolela kuti ni ajube do ko londi nyala karola
Did he stay after the briefing? Did he stay in the ceremony, in the festivities, or what did he do?
biri ya kala mutandi nyin ko nyin ka suti anda don fo anara na sabati dingira be nyin to jele bang fo anara na munake
In most cases, he will always witness this activity up till early morning.
jama ninyi nyon ku fasol be kering akasije aya sede ya fosuba ma fangola
And he would partake in the dancing.
Sometimes he likes to jump
fanan
in.
ga dabula don nyin dola
Sometimes
And
he
he
likes to-
would demonstrate
Yeah,
his
he's a young man. He has to enjoy himself.
fondin kelon faya fanse wonde tumodo la kakafuima
We agree.
ben kam benda
He left around 1 a.m.
bari wolu ngabota je talankilin
Soon,
Allow- to
soon
allow-
after the briefings.
ari yare je biri ya kala
No,
mutandi
no, after when I talked to him. But I don't know when did IGP brief him.
birinta bota dia mulare nende bari bitunte malong IGP dia mutate wato men
He will leave by around 1 o'clock to allow the invited guests to go home.
jama kabuje
Transportation is always
talankilin
a problem.
pour yemennu bunya kumandi wol fanal si say katu tumodo mutuko ka kole yale
At some level, we usually use military trucks to lift them to Serekunda.
modo lu nka sojar moto ba leta ka modo lu fanglu samba fo sere kunda
Jame left the place in anger.
ya jame bora dingira nyin to abe kam faring
But if he had left in anger, maybe, we were also at distance.
mbe jamfari nyolal natara nin kam faale bota jenunde bari nyawnyande mbe jamfari nyolal de
Did he leave alone?
ada mala tada ba
No, we did send to us.
ana tanyolu
Who are the entourage?
wala mu jumal
The
dia
protocol
tanyo
officer was there.
protocol officer
The
bije
security officers.
anin kantoni tankada bunda nyaton kolo
How about the service chiefs?
Immediately he left with all the supplies.
You never wanted to be there. You had to be there just to decorate the place for him.
Part of the whole thing.
What happened afterwards, as far as you know?
Council, before we get to that, if you don't mind, there is some clarity that we need from the witness on this particular point before we go on. And that is, it seems that the sequencing of individuals speaking to Jammeh is a bit convoluted. Can he, witness, can he tell us, tell the commission, in very clear terms, what the sequencing of the contacts with Jammeh was in the VIP area? Who was the first to speak? Who was second? Who was third? And what exactly, in your own case, because you may not know what the others said, but what exactly did you say to Yaya Jammeh?
Jaman kama nyininka wala mnyintiko alafta dula kili yesenea dia molu bulata nyono manyami menu dia muta Jammeh baye kono je wolungo sutola jumale folo dia mutaye jumale mfulanjangoti ani sabanjango ani brita kuno dia mutaye fanang yemen faye aninga yeja bimenna ani kolu folo kita itanyala yemen sede ya je lafta wo dinkira le senea katu adinkira lafta duru la domandin ko nimpoto durta.
This would help us understand what Jammeh knew, when he knew it, and what exactly you, as an individual, said to him.
Yimbe makoila, purunga long, Jammeh me long, ani mem fotaye, anana atalo nyadile, kolu ketaje nyaming bring atelu ning atelao nyojo kering kola.
I did not see any other person briefing Jammeh.
Mammo doje mentata kadiamu Jammeh.
Even if there were one,
anna tara misal kama dobije.
Jammeh was at distance from me.
Jammeh be jam farintela le domandinde.
If they had kneeled there to talk to him, I may not hear what they have said.
Ni misal kama itata kanakia balaka nyoi kadiamu antamo ila ikamemfo.
Even if the IGP has to bypass me and talk to the man, I will not know what he has told him.
Annim IGP tambitantela le katajiamu Jammeh ntalo na ikamemfo.
But this is what he told me when he was sitting next to me with Hassan.
Bari atemem fonte brabe sirim balan Hassan.
That was when I got up.
Wato lemnte wulita.
I went to the president.
Ntata president ya.
I told him that some foreigners have come in, and we believe this as usual case, this could be migrants. I call him that migrants. I don't want to avoid it.
Mga faenko ha. Nga moy ko luntan dolle duntanam banko kan ye mutabari na sobo munyeri ko uda ila lem.
Mr. Jatta.
Mr. Jatta,
Tell the commission exactly what you told the president.
For commission wa ite kunningo famfanke yemen for president wa nundo president.
Exactly what the IGP told me.
Exactly IGP memfonye.
We are arresting some people at Bara.
Mbe molu mutakanne Bara.
Who had come with boats.
Melni ning kulumunata.
Canoes, not boats.
Yo inin juano lenata. Juano lumolu kabula men kulundingulu men labakono.
And these are people we all believe to be migrants.
Adun lata ko nyimolu uda ilal lemuiti.
It's exactly what I've communicated.
No kumakang lefaye.
The problem I have with what you've just said, Mr. Jatta, is that you were asked this question before.
Yes.
And you told the commission that you did not tell him that they were migrants.
I mentioned it earlier on. But let's take a step further.
Let's not do that just yet. You clearly told the commission that you did not tell Jammeh at that time that these were migrants. What is the truth?
Okay, I use the word migrant. Okay, then let me just
just tell us.
Okay, let me come clearly here.
Yes.
I need to confirm that they are migrants in the first place. If there were enemy combatants, I have to tell them that these are enemy combatants. They said they are being arrested.
bari ko le be mutakang
and we did not come to a conclusion. Even the information that they have has not reached me yet.
mang anyin kangolondi ko nyil mu
It's a common practice.
andu ma kangolondi follow mu be
Cases
kere
we do arrest them from there, block them from entering if they couldn't meet the ECOWAS protocol.
yo adu ni na keta mo façon lun ke mutale nge mabo sako ni aketa mo luti menu man ECOWAS la sarto luti mandi.
Did you or did you not tell the president that these were migrants?
Oh,
That's
yeah,
the question.
Honestly, I did not.
Environment development diko. Fo ya for president on dem fo ma for president ko nyumol mu yalla mo len mi ko tamalal.
Okay.
You have to wait for the interpretation
Well,
and then you
sometimes-
respond. You see, so did you or did you not tell the president that these people were migrants?
Fo ya for president on dem fo ma for president ko nyumol mu tamalal.
What I have at the back of my mind,
membe na sondo boko no tumo me futala jele
Sometimes what you have at the back of your mind may be relevant, but what is more important is what you said and what you did.
yes.
Wato do yemen so isondo mo ko no komala asikendo ku kumade bari men kumaya da wala nyindi ko yemen fo commission o nyati.
Did you participate in escorting the president back to State House?
Foi da bulata mol ko no me alon ko wolle president o dandan kamurundi mansala korda bato ba.
No.
ani
How about the service chiefs?
Tanko bunda nyato ko kotangol.
I did not see them leave.
meje ka wuli de kata
The time that the president left.
wato men president bota je
By the time he came from those steps,
wato men abota tap tapo luto
knowing fully well he's going home,
andu kalon ko abe say kanne
people started using the other step,
molu ya damuta kaji tap tap dolula
going home.
kasai
Kind of exercise.
tun ko banta woleto
So what happened the next day?
Mona na na ko samola.
I was on the phone with my immigration.
ni tamalal la do ku bunda nyaton ko lebe diam kan telefono to ka fo bunda me immigration
In fact, the NDEA,
NDEA fango bunda
following the was it a weekend or so?
asamo fa keta loku bangla
It was a Saturday.
The event was on a Saturday.
No, the event was the event was a Saturday.
Akarasi bito
No,
ko
the event was a Friday and the next day was Saturday.
ko nyinge da juma lungol la samo akarasi bito.
By Monday,
tun tene lungo
Let's not talk about Monday. Let's talk about the next day.
Ngana diamu tena wala karola folo nga diamu
only on
samo.
the phone we talked.
ndiamuta telefono do neto
With who?
Ni
I
nyuma.
talked with my DG
ninna DG diamuta
immigration,
immigration
and he confirmed that these are migrants,
ando ya tonya yandi ko nyilmu buda ilaleti tamala
party of their status.
ibe tembeda mento ibe taranya ali halo mento
How did he know that?
Ate wolo nyaadi de.
Yes, his men there.
ala molle bije
At every station,
dis korda police
you have an
dikira
immigration officer,
immigration do kula bije
police officer,
police bije
and so they accommodate one another.
NDA bije andu kanyo kundile
Okay. If these people were considered migrants,
Ninga tra mo haklo ya sabare ndi ko nyimu molle mi alon ko tamalalem.
which branch of the security forces should have responsibility over them?
Na tanko bunda jumala nyanna kala molde mi alon ko letar nyala marli nyulla ko wala.
That's the immigration department.
wala immigration do ko bundati
And that department was answerable to you, correct?
Yes.
Andu do ko bunda nyi ki dan ku itelema.
hade
And what were they to do?
Nyanna kamuneke.
They are supposed to process them.
inyante la kulu be bola nyoto le kasafe
If some of them are sick, they should be given treatment.
nin sasa tolu be kono ye jara
The next moment we send them back.
dis menyanta bula law no wala ngi murundi ke sayindi ibodulato
And whose responsibility was it to ensure that this was done?
Jumala lonkunta duno mo de kaje ko nyiyeke.
The immigration department.
immigration do ko bunda
And who had supervisory authority over them?
Nyi immigration department jumala korosiro be lari ngol kam.
The DG NIA.
DG member NIA
DG NIA had...
Sorry, immigration.
DG immigration
Immigration.
And who had supervisory authority over the DG immigration?
Jumala fana e sombo sodo aninta mandir bulo membe DG membe na immigration kan jumala ta mandir bulo ba fana kan.
That's me.
wala mun ta famoti
Did you do your job?
Ite yela do ko kala ba.
After this discussion,
Did you do your job?
In karo man
Yes,
ko wadi
after
fo yela
them,
do
let
ko
them
kala ba.
leave. They have to leave. It's an SOP.
No foreign ko buta.
We don't have to inform one another.
Who would testify? Be careful what you
Yes,
say.
yes, for sure. If we don't meet the ECOWAS protocol,
Nima ECOWAS la sartolu timandi. Kana so yelum.
Mr. Jatta, are you talking about your knowledge of the process, or are you telling us exactly what you have done?
Mr. Jatta, evidam kam mole londo remen so ko nyin tamata nyame bam fo yeme ibe tama mem fo kam mole nyi dete menke ba.
See, we are not talking about what ought to have happened. We have asked you what you have done.
yes.
Did you do your job?
Yes. After when we found out,
Birin tata lonko.
they were handed over to the NIA.
Birin tata lo tumole ye chika ye di NIA wala.
When I called Marina,
Bring Mariana kumandi.
Hold a second. Hold a second.
So demanding.
At what stage did you hand them over to NIA?
at Bara, they bulldozed us.
They what?
The NIA came and bulldozed us and they took charge.
Bara mbeje tumume na NIA na ta yesembo tamandin kan yekulu ta ifaye.
How do you know that?
It has appeared even in testimony.
Don't talk about the testimony.
Look,
Tell us about what happened at the time.
yes, before the testimony, we learned that the NIA were there.
Janning sediarul bekalanga moiko NIA ulubije.
And?
They are taking charge.
And we tell them to kuluta ifaye.
When did you know that?
I think on a Monday.
Na miratene lungo le mbota kalama.
So when did you give directions to Mr. Mbuk?
I told Mr. Mbuk that the usual SOP.
Ngamen for Mr. Mbuk
requirement, let them leave.
Adal takela nyami ngole fay. Ning ECOWAS la sartolu mantima ya ibula ye sayindi botanan damin ko adalta kala nyami.
When did you tell Mr. Mbuk?
I can't remember, but we discussed it. I think we also discussed it in the office.
Hakilo ma wato ninga lumuta bari nga nyimune kachan office okono.
You said the next day, being Saturday, you discussed with Mr. Mbuk on the phone. What did you discuss?
We were discussing how far they have gone with the arrest, with the process.
Nga nka menka chanu ngolem itella kulu ya samba hanfo be tembeda jumale to nyili la kuoto.
And what did he tell you?
And he said, well, we have the list of names.
Ko ha nga menu muta itolu be safari mbulle akaito be mbulu.
And so on. And that,
and wo
they are forming the police IG. I told the IG. Now that these people have formed.
You see, BABOUCAR, let's stop jumping from person to person to person to person. Let's have an orderly conversation. Let's talk about A. When we finish, then we move on to B. Don't jump.
To the DG, they don't meet the ECOWAS requirements. Let them leave.
Yolem DG ngamem fay ning ECOWAS la sartidalu mantima nyilal nyintamala la karola ye bojang ye say ye murundi.
You said he told you there was a list.
And I got the list.
And it
came from the NDEA.
About NDEA le la Carola.
And where is the list?
And the list on the office.
Office open.
I had
whose office?
Of Jumal office. At the ministry.
Minister Bundar.
Okay. Can we
a list of 36 personnel. Can't remember fully.
Personnel you talked about?
Yes. So
what kind of personnel are you talking about?
Those who were apprehended.
You call them personnel?
Personnels.
Huh?
Yes, by our security terms, we call them personnels.
You call them personnel?
Migrants, or you want me to call them migrants?
Maybe persons, but not personnel.
For we use personnel a lot.
Personnel
because personnel means a group of people.
Personnel suggests that they are under the employee, they are under the employment of. If you say your personnel, it means they work for you.
Thank you for the personnel.
Okay. You said there was a list.
ko tolbe jele safere davento.
Okay, Mr. Chair, perhaps we should order that he be given access to assist the Interior Ministry to search the office of the minister to see whether there is a list. So the order is that the Ministry of Interior should give Mr. BABOUCAR JATTA access to the office of the minister and the archives of the Ministry of Interior to search for this document. So you would go with the investigators later. And
Look,
Yes, Council, you may proceed accordingly.
thank you.
this was so many years ago.
Yes, we understand.
I will come and I'll assist.
Yes.
But let me have somebody from your end.
Of course, you would have that.
When he's ready, give me a call.
The order has been made. From here, you would speak to the investigators and then you proceed accordingly. All right. So, who gave you the list?
Jumale told dealer, told be safere ndame.
Then the chief executive NDEA, Bunsane.
Mem kunton ko the NDEA wo tembola e ka fay Bunsane.
He was the first person
Tolo mo foloti.
earlier on.
Jona
The DG.
mem DG tino.
I got the list.
No kayto
I
soto.
told the DG I've got the list. It's okay.
Nga fo DG ko nga kayto soto na tembetale.
But as at this time,
Fo watola.
you are now talking about Monday, correct?
Ebe diam kan tanel lungol la fo.
Something like Monday, yes.
But early that morning, something terrible had already happened.
Bari wo tanel lungo sobanda juno la ku jew ba katangol me alon ko wala keta.
Early that morning, that is on the 23rd, 22nd, 23rd.
23rd.
Wala mkaroti limwandi sabati.
Chamanda.
And what was that?
Wala
At
munti
that
ku
point
jaw
in
mengeta.
time,
What was that
Wala munti
which happened?
mengeta o ku jaw nyi.
I heard it from the testimony of this.
Tell us what was that which happened.
I don't know what happened at
Afonye.
that time.
Afonye do.
Nte malonde wo tembo menketa.
All we know
Nga mellong
was that the investigation was handed over to the NIA.
kisikisiro nyi ya chika ya di NIA lula.
And then,
O ko
tell us what happened that morning.
Afonye menketa o
No,
somanda.
I was not at the office. That was a relaxed day, Saturday.
Sibito lem mantara office to lumu da halungol ti.
There's anything.
Did
if
you
there
hear
was
about
anything-
dead bodies?
We fure wala ko
it
moy la
was
ba.
later
Wo kola
at Ghana Town.
Ghana town.
It was during the week.
Wo mu lokun kono lati.
During the week, yes.
Lokun kono ha.
It was not the following day.
Amanka sa moti de.
Did you go to Ghana town?
In ifang kunno ina na ta Ghana town.
Ghana Town.
Seya kan mamoy
But we received information that you passed Ghana town and you stopped.
Kibaro so ko itambi da Ghana town and we
I
loda.
am from Tujeren.
mbata tujeren ne.
Did you stop there at Ghana town?
Loda jele bang Ghana town bang.
But of course, Mr. Jatta, to get to Tujereng, you have to pass by Tanjeba Reserve.
Bari Mr. Jada ni bita tu jeram fo itambi tanjelo kunu dinkira malayandi dinkira nyindola.
Should something happen of that nature,
Din kuketa
I'm the
membe
first
ko.
person there.
No.
I should not be the first person
Mr.
there.
Jatta,
Temanya na
you
kala
don't
mo
ask
float
me
je.
questions.
Mr.
I
I'm
ask
trying
the
to I'm trying to
questions.
make the fact to tell you that I was just not there.
Mbebe mfoka wala
I don't do
ndinte
the job of
mantara
the
je.
IGP.
Dete IGP la
In the
luko kala.
forefront.
Katara kolu nyaatu.
Whatever
Mr.
happens,
Jatta,
yes,
you are Inspector General of Police.
Ina na kita police la
on the
nyato.
political side.
Politiko la karol.
The technical side is the IGP.
Well, you
Ukola
will have to
Karola
explain
IGP
that
le
later. Okay? But you are Inspector, you are Minister of Interior.
Jele minister me marli bango kono kunyala.
Ya.
People have been massacred in the country.
Mul fata nyimbanku ganjang.
3 kilometers away from your residence.
Me yalon ko manta ke meter sabala ka boyla dinkira do be sabati
Not
dal.
meter saba, the kilometers away.
Kilometer saba.
Saba.
Apart from November 11,
Ninga bora November karo 2011 sang kono.
there has never been any single instance in this country where more people were killed than on the 23rd of July 2005.
Wati nana mansura jankora ka damento yalon ko ba fula mo jamal fata je ning abota July karo til morning fulola 2005 sang.
You want to tell me you did not go there?
No.
Did you go in spirit or in any other form?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to tell you.
Did you go there?
The IGP called me to inform me of this.
IGP len call.
Somebody has to do that job.
Odo ko dole nyanta
That matter.
Mo le nyanta kala walanna.
The worst crime that has happened in this country since.
Nga ila mo demanding ni on te kana soro te kenola.
Mr. Jatta, you would agree we have somebody who would pick up the bodies. We have somebody who would put them in the van. We understand that in this instance it would not be Minister for Interior. Well, we tell you it's your job.
Visit the site.
Yes.
I did not visit the site.
But you also went there, you stopped. Pa Ahmad Jallo testified and he said BABOUCAR JATTA, and he stopped and we spoke and then he left.
Or else I am doing the job of the IGP. IGP's job is go and do this, go and do that, be at this place. Immediately those bodies were found. Nobody did, and so on the month. Although
it's the following morning.
was it the following morning?
The morning after the jamboree.
I know that I was informed by the IGP.
But Mr. Jatta, here you are. Your IGP has informed you during the night of the celebration. They came by boat. Some people, some are at large, they are looking for them. And the following morning, what did you hear?
I know that prior to my departure to the tour on Monday.
Let's not talk about that.
I'm coming.
Mr.
I
Jatta,
know that the IGP
Mr.
has
Jatta,
informed me.
Mr. Jatta, let's exercise discipline.
Okay.
If we're talking about A, please don't go to Z.
All right.
Okay, let's just talk about the issue.
He told me that they have found some dead bodies at Ghana Town. Was it 6? I don't remember how many. So we discussed that I say, we need to work how to process these dead bodies. But you help them. Escort them. If there's any other documents related to them, some an expert to be there. He told me that he himself will be going there.
Did you ask about those who were arrested the night before?
When did
you know that?
Early morning. I'm trying to recover. Let's assume that. No, that was the following day morning. That it was they are handed over to the NIA.
And then did you have reason to worry?
This should not happen in this country.
Did you at that stage? Why? People die everywhere.
I do know.
So why did you say that this should not happen in this country?
This was on a large scale.
People die like that.
But look at the way they were packed. That will show that something terribly wrong has happened here. There I called the DG.
Which DG?
DG Juma?
NIA.
Who was he?
Dabamarena.
And then?
I said, I learned that this investigation is in your hands. So yes, we are trying to verify some information. I say, what kind of? Okay.
And then he said what?
I will talk to you later. I informed them of these dead bodies at Ghana Town. He said he was aware of it. But he told me that we had just a short session with them. And that we will release them. I said, but how we will release them? I said, release them to who?
Are these imagined conversations or actual conversations?
I said, but I think we should form.
But did Daba give you the impression that these people were under the custody of the NIA?
His men picked them up at Bara.
But who had responsibility over the police during that time?
I have responsibility.
Do you answer now?
I have the responsibility over the police. And that was our job.
But did you realize that these men were in fact under the custody of the police during this time?
I was not informed. I was with the impression.
So the worry I have with what you have just said is, why would Daba Marena tell you or give you the suggestion that they have custody over the men when he knew fully well that the men were in fact under your custody?
Sa men da jahal ya wala mi do mona da ba mare na ba fule ko ayin kalam dala ko nyimol be tolle la maro to ena elo anno anyi lon ara anyi lon ko nyimol bal tol police le la marola amandre tol la marola.
He was given the orders from the president.
You are answering a different question. We are not talking about where his orders were coming from. The issue is, why would Daba Marena give you the impression that he had custody of these people when he knew fully well that those people were in fact under your custody?
Because at the point of arrest and transportation, they were in charge. We were not happy with it. Because for the first time, the NIA is getting involved in migration matters.
Baboucar, again, you are answering a different question. There is nothing to simplify in this question. You said that the migrants were under the possession, under the control of the NIA.
IGP told me about it.
But the reality is these people were taken to various police stations and kept there.
Do the NIA have places to keep all these men?
Yes, yes, they did. Yes.
But they did not do it.
The NIA headquarters is bigger than even the police headquarters in Banjul. They had the prison. They had mile 2.
Oh, then we should have gone to mile 2, see.
We are not talking about
but that they were handed over to the police.
So the worry I have with your evidence is, why would they tell you that we have them when they know that you have them? Did Daba Marena actually tell you that, or you imagined he told you?
Okay.
Did you imagine he told you?
Yes, it was, they were in their hands, but by the early morning he told me.
Did you say yes?
He told me that we did not have much time with these people.
You see, your testimony is changing again. You said he told you that we would release them.
We do not have much time with these people.
You said he told you that there is something that we are looking for.
Yes.
But we would release them. That has now changed to we did not have much time with these people, we have released them. The two are completely opposite.
Well, depending on you framed it. Already we know that in the first place they were in with the NI. I know that on that night they were facilitated by the Navy. So if that is the case, we distance ourselves. Now I have got to call the DG.
But Baboucar, don't speak over the interpreter.
Okay, sometimes I got carried by emotions. Sorry for that.
And you answer on the basis of your emotion, how you feel. Correct?
Yeah.
Well, we want you to tell us the truth and not your emotion.
Okay, let's take it from here. Now let me come back again. Let me come back again. They were picked up by the NI. Facilitated by the Navy. In fact, this IG never tell me that he was at the Navy headquarters.
In fact, IG nenema fontaine ko atebe subako no sojaro la cordato.
They were picked up by the Navy.
Bako no sojaro le
Sorry, yes. From there, they were handled by the NI.
But that is not true.
Now, from your testimony, sorry, of one of the NI guy, the IGP did not tell me that they were using our facilities.
In the morning, when you heard about these dead bodies, did you inquire who these people were and where they came from?
By Monday, we had a short meeting at my office.
With who?
The IGP was there. IGP was there, in fact, on other service chiefs. We had the impression, could this be the work of? We are very worried about the presence of those people.
The presence of?
Those Ghanaians under our custody. When I say custody, with the security.
Do you know that the state guards were present at the Navy? That these migrants were even beaten at the Navy? Did they tell you that these people were distributed to various facilities under police command?
The
IGP did not tell me.
But on Monday, you had meetings in your office. Correct? And you said you were worried about the remaining migrants. That's what you said, right?
But I was informed by the IGP.
No, answer the question. You said
yes.
During that meeting, you were worried about the remaining migrants. Why?
Because imagine a large number of people were arrested for penetrate this country. They got arrested. And we believe they say some others are on the run. So if they had to arrest them at a wrong place, they may corner them also. Who?
ni ko bite mutala andu tate itere dulato ye dendendi.
But was that the reason why you were worried for them?
Yes, I was really worried. Ayenda unne de.
Sometimes
Was that the reason why you were worried for them?
Only for the purpose of those people, because yes, still we don't identify nationality they belong to.
And that was your worry? 8 dead bodies?
Yes, 8, huh? Yeah, I was really worried that something must have been going wrong.
Were you worried?
I was not worried then. I was not worried because I felt they must be in safe hands. At Baba Job's compound.
The question is, did you inquire as to where they were?
Where the detainees were, them at the Baba Job's compound.
Did he tell you that the majority of them were in fact in police stations?
No, he did not tell me that. It was later
For that, after your meeting on Monday,
we started our tour of the provinces, familiarization tour.
so here you are, the worst crime in the country. You all upped and left, no investigations.
Familiarization tour. Prior to that, we met all the stations within the Greater Banjul area.
You visited all of them?
Within the Greater Banjul area, yes.
Did you go to Kairaba station?
Before the crime.
When did you go there? When did you go there?
I can't remember the date. There was a schedule in the ministry. We have visited the stations at Banjul.
When?
It was before the celebration. Just to make things fast. We may decide to go to 2 or 3 stations in it.
There was an investigation. You were the IGP. Sorry, you were the Minister of Interior. This terrible thing has happened in the country.
But if we were sidelined, how can I investigate?
Who sidelined you?
The process, when I was investigating. This would be we leading the investigation.
Mr.
But when I talked to the DG, he said that Daba Marena, they were investigating something. On them. That's what I said. We cannot investigate that. They were given the product. I said, but how comes?
You are mixing two things, Mr. Jata. And the dead bodies found near Ghana Town. You have told us already that Daba Marena told you that they are investigating about those apprehended and they would release them later. The question I now ask about is these dead bodies. Did you ensure that it was investigated?
Prior to our departure, I told the IGP, the Ghanaian community, that they must be traumatized. He was to send an investigator to the site because this has nothing to do with the detention of those people.
Mr. Jata, isn't it or wasn't it the case that there was no inclination on the part of the government to investigate this matter?
It could be. Let me start from there because I don't stand as an evidence to say this I had broken.
Okay, let me ask you from your part.
Yeah.
Did you ensure that the IGP investigate the matter? Pardon?
I instructed him to investigate.
And did he investigate?
I think so, because we left that Monday.
na mi rede ka to tena
kunyin lata nyamemba.
When I told the IGP,
Did you
I'm coming, you see, I like to take some distance to make better.
Did you?
molu bina kan
Once
kabo
again, I
IGP
started
la
getting
kan
very suspicious of he himself.
ka to birin aya ko dati won nyama nte fo
It was a 3 to 4 day store.
birin tata tamanta mawla tilse batil nani tamanta mawla birin seytanan
When we came back,
birin nata
we told him that go on.
na kisikisiro ke mfanna kisikisiro nga jube nyanta menkela
It never happened.
anena man
Reminding him.
continue tele ka hakilo bulandi doron
Did you write to him and inform him that he must
He is
investigate?
part of my
If
council.
Did you send?
crime has been
Did you
committed.
send a letter asking for a report?
later rokia ne banga kanindro ke report ola ba.
No.
hani
Did you go to Yaya Jammeh and inform him that you have instructed the IGP to investigate the matter?
No.
hani
So you just kept quiet?
Munda yede wala nyama rong.
I was concentrating on preparing my report. Yes.
ndengan hakilo lo na kibaro parendo le kan
Were you in?
limola
When I mean
fact-
halfway, I'm not trying to cause.
In fact, you were not interested at all
Mansulo han sula kilinde fa suta ko.
ha katu
interested in conducting any form of investigation whatsoever.
Atolbe alon ne ko man sakunda be marle nyimol la faro la wala sabu alma hani sula.
But let me give one assurance.
You did not wish to carry the burden. You closed your eyes to it with the full knowledge that the ministers, you all kept quiet. You helped the government cover up the situation.
Ale man sakuma ko pur.
Let me just take a step.
Answer the question. Yes or no?
Yes.
ha
Allow me to take a step back.
lafta murul
Answer now.
Yes.
ha
You were saying we couldn't come out to say what? Could you answer?
As a team to approach this problem.
man kafuno nyoma ka fintinan ka ke kafu kilimti pour kanyin ko tamandi
Because in between,
katu kolu betama kantu momen
I and with my men, we sense that a deal must have gone terribly wrong.
ntani na molu sobita nyin nako ha jamfa jawo keta wala kutinyari
Taking money from them, and this time it must have gone terribly wrong with them.
andu sobita kon na molu me daltele ka kodo mutanyin tamalalu bulu bitunyin silode aseke kutinyari mba keta
What were other cases? In my report, I almost mentioned Tanje, but I couldn't verify.
dolu fawlu mutale tanje fanan
But in this particular case, it's not just some random security officer who caught a migrant and tried to.
en yalon ko mo danta muta ibakata kampur ka femmute bulu
This is state execution by agents from State House.
Yes,
ñil mu banko la do kulalu fawle la molu timene
Oh,
It's not coming.
for sure.
So you are accepting that this is state ordered execution by soldiers from State House. You are accepting
Son
that.
tanyin dal ko nyimu man sa fangole kangu di sojaro la mini alon ko bota man sala korda balda pour kata kanyin ko bara.
You accept that.
Ison dawala.
And all of you kept quiet.
Dei akonyin kono.
That's why I was telling
None of you
allow
came
allow
out.
me to learn. You see, this is what.
Excuse me,
If you
Bob.
exhaust me,
Now-
I cannot mention any other thing outside.
Listen,
Now you are
listen,
coming with the
listen,
right question.
listen,
You were here
listen.
busy bugging me, telling me that I went out giving out information. And I was telling you from the onset, I was the head of an institution in the army. When you ask me policy-related questions and why the policy went
Baboucar,
wrong. Now we are coming.
you do not
I accept
determine.
that.
You do not determine the type of questions you are asked.
Well, but allow
and
me
this
to
time round, if you go out and you tell things to the media that are different from what you told the commission, I would make an application that you'll be held for contempt.
No problem.
Okay, fine, fantastic.
Our job
All
is
right.
very
And be
responsible.
our guest and test us, and
Yes,
you will
let
see.
me now you see, I want to tell you something that has gone out of my mind. That's why sometimes allow me to.
lafta fem fola mina
I want
tan
to say that
lafta nyim fola
honestly, if that investigation had been under me,
yo tonya niyo kisikisiro tartantele kotono
Then what?
because the whole thing went into the wrong hands.
kadu ya chika ya dumbulo le kono menu manyanga marala
But
You
Baboucar,
know the characteristics of a combatant, a person who comes to attack you. We know.
mo mem mukele lati
And we
menna
are
te
going to
boy kan
assess you on
kawlo
that base.
adumbe koto bola walela
I have mentioned that here.
no fojalbe
But this did not qualify them.
renyilu mang futawo temboto
And worst of all, they were arrested by unarmed personnel, police officers, whom they have outnumbered.
adum polisolu ye
Then
muta
if it goes into the hands of somebody, now you see the problem that they have laid in my hands.
itelu siata menuti wolle ye muta
But how did they go in the wrong hands? These people were entrusted into the police, hands of the police.
Sa inarna ta bulu kono nyaade mi alon ko ba manke bulu tilindi woni kadu nyum mol mi alon ko ye di police ole.
Sorry.
Yes.
Marina told me this was an executive order.
Marina ko nyimui banku nyaton ko la kangoleti.
What do you mean by that?
That they should be in possession of those guys.
What do you mean by this was an executive order?
He said it was from the president. I said, okay, fine. The president has the right to direct wherever, any department to investigate this if he had the clue.
Ako president wale kayen ko nyimu itolle la kuti. Ako ha between president fanang diata nyawnyandi nyama kisikisiro la karola. Asiwa Mario Lubulala.
And let me why is it very aggressive? Let me aggravated. Let me come to that. We were in a festive mood. In most cases, during this activity, we tend to strengthen our security network at the borderline. This is a norm in all security. After when Israel attacked Egypt,
let's not go there.
Yeah. Everybody, we all adopted the same attitude. Wherever we go, whenever there's a national event, the borders, we strengthen ourselves.
You said Marina told you that there was an executive order.
Yes.
Did that executive order include to kill these people?
No, to investigate them.
But you told us just moments ago that these people were executed by agents of the state from State House.
But and by virtue of those who were involved, there was no question mark, rather ethic. The mere fact that we mentioned the junglers.
In fact, we all know, or you would tell us, that the signature of the president is written all over this event.
Unless
you want to drill me to say yes.
Not his physical signature.
Even over me, he's my boss.
Let me change it. These killings could not have happened without the president sanctioning them.
Don't quote me for that.
Do you agree?
I will resend that question.
Okay. We know that the killings were done by the junglers. They have come here and confessed that. And I would be a little unfair to you on this, including by your brother, Malik Jatta, who came here and said, yes, he participated in those killings because they received orders from the president through Solo Bojang.
As a canon tilna baga ning fenke and Rabel kono ifango doko ma ba kono memu jongulati another yang ayafo yang ko adabula nyim farol kono landu kango yole soto president bulo pawning atata ni solo boja ne ko ta afrandi tol fanamba.
Yes. I trust that information. Because some lives were lost.
No, lives were not lost. Lives were taken.
Wow. Now, if some element of the security force is concerned, we were in the forefront.
They were not in the forefront, they did it.
They were under the president's office. If there were any, these people should be arrested first if they had done the wrong thing.
You are going off tangent again.
Okay.
The question is, these killings were sanctioned from State House. From everything that we have seen.
Yes.
Could you answer now? For the cameras, let everybody see you.
Yes. I'm meant to believe. I believed that was from the State House.
Latala kodum about a State House.
By Yaya Jammeh.
The president for sure.
Tell him president.
Mr. Chair, time for the break. Cross break.
They were sanctioned from the State House.
State House.
The witness has been very, very clear on that point.
Yes.
That these migrants were murdered by agents of the state
House.
from State House. You, Minister of Interior, you confirmed that to this commission.
From the commission, from my own
no
belief.
prevarication.
Yes.
Yaman ko la lanno ketala ko nyimolu banko fon la du kula lu men bota man sakorda nyinto State House wala fon lu molti men yefa.
The state was responsible, you as Minister of Interior, for the murder of these migrants.
Amunta banko fon le nyimolu fa andu tembo etulo minister time marta banko kan kunyal.
For sure.
Tonyala.
That's good. I'll take you back before we take the break. The two questions I asked you, you went round and round rambling and did not answer them. I will ask them again. The first one is exactly the sequence of speakers to Jammeh at the VIP section in McCarthy Square.
Dumani jumal bulata nyono ma menu diamuta ya Jammeh Makati Square mem follow tata mem bulata no ma menu diamuta ije.
You answered them at the point you didn't know what they said to Jammeh. I wasn't asking that. I just wanted to know in the order in which the movement was made to Jammeh to tell him what was happening at Bara.
Ñinin karo ite ajabi ñamen wala ñinti ima long ye mem faye katwal be jam farin ñolale ntela ñinin karo te woti de na ñinin karo momenti jumale folo dia mutaye mem bula taw noma ani mem bula taw noma ye ñono ma ñamen kadiya mo ay ngawale ñinin ka
Mo kalam I was not aware of that. I know that I talked to him. But seeing any other person security coming to him to talk to him, I've not seen that for sure. I did not pay attention.
Man hakilo tuje ka foko security la karola modo soto ndamenna ta dia moye man hakilo tuoto.
You didn't say that Sonko spoke with the president?
Oh, he talked to me.
Imagine foko Sonko dia muta president oye. Sedo ko hali Sonko dia muta tele.
I talked to the president.
Akatele tata dia mu president oye.
So no one else spoke to the president as far as you know?
I was aware of this. I did not see anybody talking to the president. It could be before. Because I said, I heard it from this testimony. These people were almost at the Navy headquarters transporting these people with the bus. And by the time I talked to the president, that was just a late information.
Wato men ntebe diam la president we yatara kolo dukundita meta fa tardeta awu yatara dunyi bo tembo fon ye nyulu bulandi bo so kono kabo sojaro la bato korda
Nobody informed.
momam fem fonye.
The second question was exactly what you said to Jammeh.
Nanyin kar fulan jang nyineti ye kalimolu menu fo yaya Jammeh wo kalimolu laftol le lonna.
Let me repeat it again.
Mbatanga se akan ko rek.
I went to Jammeh
Ndata Jammeh
to inform me exactly what the IG told me.
Ka fa IG kuma kan lu menu fonye.
He said that.
No, what did you say? When you say,
yes.
Tell him what the IG said to you.
But the IGP has just informed me
that
of some men that have entered the country here with canoes. But were arrested by were being arrested by the police and other services. Yes.
Did you or did you not say that they were perhaps some mercenary, migrants?
No.
didn't use the word migrant at all.
No, no. I apologize for that.
Fine. Thank you very much.